So here we're given two expressions that with logarithms in it, part A and part B, and they ask us to write them as each of them as a single log. And if I had to give instructions with one word, I would say we're going to take this mess, each of them, and condense them into a single log. Okay, so part A, we have, let's see, 1/2 times the log base what? Invisible 10, base invisible 10. It's the common logarithm of the number y minus 1/3 times log base 10 of the number z. And the first thing I'm going to do for each of those terms that are being subtracted from each other there, I'm going to take the 1/2 in the front and the 1/3 in the front and make them exponents on the number parts. So this equals log base invisible 10 of the number y raised to the 1/2 minus log base invisible 10 of the number z raised to the 1/3. Okay, so I just brought the factor up on the number part and made it the exponent using the rules of logarithms. Now, since I have the same base on both of these logs and they're subtracting from each other, I can rewrite this as a single log of the first number divided by the second number. Okay, so it's y to the 1/2 over z to the 1/3. And finally, since the original question didn't have radicals, but I guess it would look more condensed if I wrote radicals. So let me go ahead and do radicals. This is log base invisible 10 of the square root of y over the cube root of z, since 1/3 power is a cube root. And that's condensed. That looks a lot better, a lot smaller than the original question. Let's do part B. Part B is natural log, that's log base e, of course, of the parenthesis number x minus 1 plus log base e of the number 3 minus 3 times log base e of the number x. I'll just call those natural logs. I'm going to deal with the first two terms first. They both have the same base. They're both base e, and they're being added together, so I can condense them into a single log of the product of each of the numbers. So that's natural log of bracket x minus 1 times 3. And don't forget to bring down the minus 3 times natural log of x. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I need to get that 3 in a different position so I can use the fact that these are two logs being subtracted. I can't do that. I can't combine that subtraction yet, but I can take that factor 3 in the front and make it the third power on the number x. So I'll bring down the equal sign, natural log of bracket 3 parenthesis x minus 1 bracket, minus sign comes down, natural log x to the third power. You see, I brought that 3 into the position of an exponent on the number. And then now I'm going to use the rule that says when you're subtracting natural logs, or in other words, logs that have the same base, you can do a single log with the first number on the top and the second number on the bottom of the fraction. So it's a natural log of the first over the second. And we're finished. There's our single log we've condensed.